you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it. Ask me how we got here, 'cause you don't know how. You say we're taking on water, yeah, we're sinking now. You're looking all concerned, like we're gonna drown. But we both know how to swim, no worries, let's flow for now. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it. I drag you out your mind, and there are days I hate you, but baby, you're still mine. And then we have the best times, no matter what we do. And even when we don't, there's nobody I'd rather choose. Let's take it slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it. Slow, where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow, who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me.
What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another live watch along. Today we're going to be doing the live watch along of the opening game of the Qatar 2022 World Cup. We're going to be doing the watch along of the Qatar versus Ecuador game live in Qatar, of course. Before I do crack on with this watch along, do make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, then do leave a thumbs up. 100 likes is always what we're aiming for here, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. We're already on to 13 likes. It'd be nice for the first live stream of the World Cup to reach 100 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to let me know your thoughts in the live chat. What is your score prediction from this opening game for the Qatar 2022 Winter World Cup? Also, don't forget as well to subscribe if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. We're going to be doing a big push over the next 4 weeks over the World Cup. I want 28,000 subscribers, less than 400 subs away. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. We're going to be doing daily live watch-alongs of games from the World Cup, so do make sure you have subscribed if you haven't already. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out my social media links. They're in the description below and also on the yellow banner too if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description and on the yellow banner too if you want to go and hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Finally, wanted to give a huge shout out to today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by BetMate. If you watch any of my Manchester City previews, you'll be well aware of who BetMate are, but BetMate are a betting company who do things a little bit differently. BetMate base their they're gambling basically on fantasy football, and the aim of the game is simply you select your team, so you get a choice of 7 players, 1 goalkeeper, 2 defenders, 2 midfielders, 2 strikers, 7 players. You've got to pick from both teams to be able to accumulate the best team who can accumulate the most points. You can pick up points for clean sheets, saved penalties, scored penalties, goals, assists, tackles, headers won, man of the match performances, things like that. It's a fantastic app. It is available to anybody that is in the United Kingdom. It is available to anybody that is 18 and over. You can download BetMate, their app, using my link. That's in the description and also in the live chat. Anyone that does download BetMate using that link does help to support the future content created here on my channel. I've also got the QR code on screen. You can scan that QR code. That'll take you to the download page to download the BetMate app. BetMate also working with me are doing a £5 in free bets on sign up. So if you sign up using my link and you just use on sign up code JSGC5, that will give you a £5 free bet that you can use towards trying to enter some of the pots to try and win and accumulate more money. It's a brilliant app. I've really enjoyed using it since I've been using it, I think, from the beginning of May of this year. It's an absolutely brilliant app. Do go and check it out. They're running lots of free pots as well, so they're not all ones that you have to pay into. There are some free pots. I think they're running daily free pots for you to go and join. So go and check it out. All the details and everything are on their app. It's a wonderful app to download and check out. So go and check that out. That would be much appreciated, and a big shout out and a big thank you to BetMate for sponsoring this watch along. They're going to be sponsoring and working with me for every single watch along throughout the World Cup. So salute and big shout out and big up to BetMate for sponsoring this video. So the World Cup, it starts here. It's a massive deal. It's a big deal. It's the biggest football competition in the world. In my opinion, it's the biggest sporting event in the world, and it all starts here today in Qatar, in the Middle East, with Qatar taking on Ecuador. Of course, surrounding the World Cup has been nothing but controversy. Controversy about awarding the World Cup to Qatar. Concerns over the weather. It's so hot in the desert that they did not host it this summer. It should have been throughout June and July of this year. That's when the World Cup always is. Every 4 years, every summer. This year, it's different. It's in the winter due to the weather. First controversy, human rights records over in Qatar has been called into question. We're getting very political, but that's another talking point of this World Cup. You've got the build-up to Qatar being awarded the World Cup with bribery and corruption going on. This has been going on for years and years and years, and it has overshadowed this World Cup. And what they're hoping for is that once the games get rolling, people will get a normal feel of the World Cup and they'll start to grow into the World Cup. And that remains to be seen as to whether that will be. There are people out there that are full on boycotting this World Cup. Not just from this country, but from lots of countries around the world. Germany's been one of the biggest. I am amazed there hasn't been any national teams that have said, actually, we don't agree with this. We're not even going to be participating. We're not even going to qualify. We are not partaking in this event. That's not happened, though. Teams have wanted to come to Qatar. They wanted to perform in the World Cup. And the biggest reason, other than money, is the World Cup is the biggest stage of them all. The World Cup is the chance for every single player out there to make a name for themselves. Come December 18th, when new world champions will be crowned, it's a chance for you to make a name for yourself and put yourself with the biggest and best names in the world. Legendary moments that have happened in the past, of course. We're looking back to the last World Cup 2018 in Russia. We saw France crowned the World Cup champions, beating Croatia by, I think it was 4-2 in that game, in what was a very entertaining tournament with lots of goals. And I'm hoping that this Qatar World Cup will be lots of goals. The heat might still have an impact. It's still, 30, 31, 32 degrees Celsius. Still very, very hot out in the desert in the Middle East. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that's telling on the players, because just last week we were having Premier League games here in England. I can tell you right now, it's not 30 degrees. We're lucky to see 10 degrees right now in November. So there's a big, big change in temperature. It will have an impact. It takes time to adapt. Players and national teams haven't had long to prepare for this tournament. Players have been playing 13, 14 competitive consecutive games in the build-up to this Qatar World Cup. Player fatigue will be an issue. Injuries, exhaustion will be an issue. It's going to make it interesting, to say the very, very least. Now, the World Cup is what football's all about. Every single player from a young age, when they dream of being a football player, they dream of playing for the biggest and best clubs. They dream of playing for their boyhood clubs. They dream of playing for their national team to represent their country. They dream of going to the World Cup. So the dreams of each and every single player that has been called up to their national squad to participate in the World Cup, it's an honour. It's a big, big deal. And they're going to put it all out there on the pitch, and what I'm hoping is going to be a cracking 4 weeks full of entertaining football games. It's what I am hoping for from this World Cup. And we've got opportunities to see other legendary moments. Zidane's headbutt 2006 in the World Cup final. The vuvuzelas of the 2010 World Cup final. And the final, with all the games partaking, with the beehive sound from South Africa, and the Africans making themselves heard on the world stage in what was a brilliant World Cup. It went to South America 2014 in what was another brilliant tournament. I remember in the studios when they were doing all the build-up, seeing all the beaches of Rio de Janeiro, Christ the Redeemer in the background. It was such a scenic, such a lovely World Cup. We had Russia 4 years ago, an entertaining World Cup full of goals. I vaguely remember the 2002 World Cup with Ronaldinho's ball into the box, caught David Seaman off his line. England went out to Brazil, and Brazil eventually found themselves champions. 1998, they got France. 1998, remember playing, very, very early childhood memories for me here, in playing their PlayStation 1 games in what was a brilliant game of football. USA 1994, they're going to be the hosts of the next World Cup along with Canada and Mexico in what's going to be a North America World Cup in 2026 as well. And of course, the fond memories of the 1990 World Cup. 1986 was in Mexico, of course, with Maradona's handball. There's so many legendary moments, and the world stage is here. All eyes are here in Qatar, watching, waiting for that legendary moment. Is this year the year we see one of the greatest players of all time, Lionel Messi, one of the tournament favourites, Argentina? Will they lift that World Cup? Will Messi get that national send-off that he has been looking for? The only world prize that prizes itself away from Lionel Messi is the World Cup, and that is what he will be after, and that will be a special, special moment should it happen. We've had controversy in the build-up to this World Cup. Cristiano Ronaldo, with his interviews with Piers Morgan, it's a little bit crazy out there. It seems like Ronaldo's more than likely going to get sacked at Manchester United in the build-up to a World Cup with Portugal. My team, Manchester City, got lots of representatives with Portugal. João Cancelo, Ruben Dias, Bernardo Silva, surely got to be out there as one of the tournament favourites. Portugal, can they turn up? Can it be Ronaldo's World Cup? We will see. Other teams to look out for. France just been dealt a massive blow. Karim Benzema, he's been ruled out of the World Cup. We've got other big teams out there. Belgium, Kevin De Bruyne to look out for. Lukaku, Eden Hazard as well. England's name's always been chucked out there. Phil Foden, Harry Kane, Raheem Sterling, Jude Bellingham. Is this England's year? Is it coming home? I did my prediction video yesterday. I don't think that it is, but that's my thoughts. There's so many special teams with special players with lots of special moments to be made. It's the World Cup. It is a big, big deal. So, big thank you to everybody that has tuned in. Big thank you to everybody that's left a thumbs up as well. That is much appreciated. We've got Adam in on the chat. 100 likes is the aim, he knows. 87 to go. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Robert going for Ecuador to win this game. I agree. I think Ecuador are going to win this game. My score prediction, 2-1. They did say that Ecuador are primed with keeping clean sheets. Well, I've got a £3 bet on both teams to score that returns £6, so I'm hoping it is going to be both teams to score. I'm hoping Qatar are going to want to turn up and make things happen. No team, I don't think, have ever lost their opening game as a host. Could today be the day? Qatar, Asian champions, they're not a bad team. I don't know a lot about them, don't know a lot about the players, but they seem organised, they seem like they know what they're doing. Ecuador, of course, qualifying from South America. Interesting to see. I think Ecuador unbeaten in their last 6 games in the build-up to this game as well. John, thank you very much for tuning in. Much appreciated. Citizens for Life, thanks very much for tuning in as well. Thank you very much. Away, thanks very much for tuning in. Julian, thanks very much for tuning in. And you make a very, very good point there. Unfortunately, no Manchester City players on display, but there'll be other players throughout the tournament that, of course, we will be keeping our eyes out for. And fingers crossed, injury-free. Last thing we need is more injuries. Now, this is a big deal. We've got the opening ceremony coming up. It's an extravaganza. We've gone live an hour before because the World Cup is a big deal. And extravaganza means we've got lots of pre-match entertainment for you guys to enjoy. So we're going to start things off with my partner channel, Mixid, who did what he described as the perfect screwball, which is from The Alchemist, which is a chain over here in the UK. One of the nicest drinks I've ever had in my life. Enjoy the video. Mixid's links in the description. Go and check him out. Like and subscribe.
What's going on, guys? Mixid here, back again for another summer cocktail. And like I said, this is the perfect version of the screwball. 3rd time's the charm. And I think I know why. I've not quite got it right. Like I said, it's been near enough perfect. 99% perfect. But this time we're aiming for 100%. It is the screwball. Like I said, it's the famous version from The Alchemist. And I know why it's always been dark blue now. And I can finally reveal the secret recipe to it. It's a white chocolate foam. You put it in the shaker with it. And that's what turns it that nice sky blue colour, as I will show you guys how to make the perfect version of the screwball. Let's do this. Let's get straight into it. But if you're new around here, don't forget to like and subscribe for more cocktails like this, as we do cocktails, drinks, anything in the imagination on this channel. So the first thing you want to do, guys, is get your tin shaker and put in 4 to 5 ice cubes. Right, so let's build this cocktail now. Right, so get your jigger, and now let's start off with 40ml, which is 1.3 ounce of apple juice. You can use cloudy apple juice, but I'm not, I'm just using apple juice. Next ingredient to the tin, guys, is 25ml, just short of 1 ounce of raspberry vodka. Like I said, if you've never had this cocktail before, I highly recommend it. You get it from Almoez. It's absolutely beautiful. Especially got a sweet tooth. It's a really nice cocktail screwball. But it brings back many happy memories of being a child. So next ingredient to the tin, guys, is 25ml, just short of 1 ounce of blue curacao. But it turns it that famous blue colour. Next into the tin to give it its distinct flavour is 25ml or just short of 1 ounce of bubblegum syrup. Next is 50ml or half an ounce of citric acid dilution. You can use lime juice if you wish. For this, it's a lot more clearer. And now, to give it sky blue colour, 100ml, just over 3 ounces of a white chocolate foam. So the thing to do now is put your glass on. Give it bang so it's secure, and then give it a nice hard shake, 8 to 10 seconds to get nice and chilled. As you can see, guys, we finally got the colour right. That's what I've been looking for a very long time. Mine's also turned out sky blue, and it's a white chocolate foam that's done it. So that is a nice sky blue colour you're looking for the screwball cocktail. So get a rocks glass now and put in 3 big ice cubes, maybe 2. Maybe 2 will do it. So 2 big ice cubes. So give this a bang now to separate. Put your Hawthorne strainer on. Was that? And now strain into your rocks glass. And just look at that beautiful sky blue colour. We've finally got this drink right. It's the right colour. I've always got the taste right, but it's also been the colour. Just look how beautiful that colour is. Absolutely perfection. So the final thing to do now is to garnish it with a little bit of white chocolate foam on top. And then to finish it off, guys, just add a maraschino cherry. There it is. What I like to do now, because I saw a bartender do it, like I said, it's always been a custom of mine, is to add a little bit of maraschino sauce into it. So I've always done like this. Like I said, this is optional, you don't have to do it, you don't have to put it into the drink, but I always like it. So something that's always stuck by me ever since I saw it for the first time. But that, my friends, is the perfect version of the screwball cocktail. Third time I'm asking, that's a charm, and I'm happy with the results. I cannot wait to taste it. And there we go, the perfect version of the screwball. I cannot wait to taste this. I'm in heaven. It's absolutely nailed it. It makes it better. The white chocolate foam, like I said, it's already delicious, the previous 2 attempt, but with the sky blue colour now, that famous screwball colour I've been looking for. If you've got a sweet tooth, this is a drink for you. I highly recommend it. So if you ever go to the Almoez, I recommend you try this cocktail, or you can get it from the Almoez cocktail book. So we'll leave it in the description below, a link to this if you wish to get it as well. But the white chocolate foam changes everything. That is 10 out of 10. You will do very well to beat this cocktail. It's absolutely beautiful. It just tastes like a screwball. So many memories, so many tastes are coming back to me. If you've ever had the screwball, I recommend this. It's just beautiful. It's 10 out of 10, and I finally got it right. First time in basking. Previous two have been very good attempts, but this one is perfection. Finally, at last, I have nailed it. That is the screwball cocktail. And you just can't beat it. Like I said, for the summer cocktail, you just cannot beat the screwball cocktail. Highly recommend it. I can't say that enough. I highly recommend it. Beautiful sweet tooth. If you've got a sweet tooth, this is the cocktail go-to. It's very sweet, it's very nice, and it's got booze in it as well. As I said, just everything about it is beautiful. It's voila. 10 out of 10, like I said, this is my masterpiece, like I said, so congratulations to the Alchemist. Like I said, I've always loved this recipe. I'm glad they brought back the screwball onto the menu. I'm so happy. But that guy is the perfect version of the screwball. I was gonna say, if you're ever been to Alchemist, do visit him, do get this cocktail. It's very nice. They do many more variations. I was gonna say, the science behind it's just absolutely fantastic, and they will wow you. And I highly recommend you visit them. I was gonna say, they're all across the UK if you ever get a chance to visit their bars. But that, guys, has been the screwball, the perfect version of the screwball from the Alchemist Cocktail book. Do let me know in the comments, have you ever tried this? Have you ever made it for yourselves? I do recommend. But I've been Mixed. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Mixed. It really does help the channel grow, so we're on the road to 2K. And I will see you guys for my next cocktail video, which will be tippery. Cheers. You've got to go a long way to beat this cocktail, and I really mean that. That is just, oh, it's their signature of Alchemist. It's absolutely their signature. Do not ever get rid of this cocktail, Alchemist. Do not get rid of it, ever. I was going to say, if you ever have a chance to lower, I recommend you make that as well. I was going to say, it's a very nice cocktail as well.
Thank you very much there to Mixed for providing one of our pre-match entertainment in the build-up to this Qatar 2022 World Cup. So I want to go back to my video sponsor for today, BetMate. If you're in the UK, you're 18 or over, you can download BetMate. It's free to download. Link in the description, also in the live chat. Also, you can use the QR code on the screen as well. So I've got my BetMate team. It's locked and loaded right here, and I'm going to speak about it. So it's a free pot to download. It's free, don't cost you anything. So come and join it if you haven't done so already, just using the code WC-free-01. That's WC-free, so FREE-01. Where first place today will win £16, second place £14, third place £13, fourth place £12, paying up to 10 places today. So come and join if you haven't done so already, and we can compare teams and see who wins. I'm thinking of doing some kind of forfeit. I've never actually won a BetMate pot. I've been placed before a few times, but I've never actually finished first. So if I finish first in one of them, I feel like I should do some kind of forfeit. So let me know in the comments, and I'll see about which one would suit. So today's team I've gone for is made up mostly of Ecuador players. I think they're going to win this game. I've got Halindez in goal of Ecuador. My only representative from Qatar is in defence, and I've got Kuki. I've also got Torres at the back for Ecuador. My midfield today is made up of Ibarra and Caicedo, and up front I've got Valencia and also Estrada. On the bench, I've got Al-Sheeb, Hassan, Bulaf and Ali are my defence and my substitute bench, for today's BetMate. If you want to go and join BetMate, then remember, link in the description in the live chat, or use the QR code, download it, and don't forget to use code JSGC5 on sign up, because that'll give you a £5 free bet that you can use to enter any of the pots. Like the England-Iran game tomorrow, that's £5 you can join for free, which I've already got my team sorted for. Live watch-along live at 12:30 tomorrow. I'll have the link out later on today for you guys to enjoy. Martin from Mancunian Way, thanks very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for your kind comment there. Much appreciated. It's been a long, stressful, hard, terrible year, to be honest. And thank you very much for the £2.50 donation. It's much appreciated. Martin, give you a love heart there. Martin's one of my favourite people in the whole City community. So thank you very much for that. I don't think there's anybody out there I've ever enjoyed collaborating with more than what I have with Martin. I'll let you into a little secret, actually. Every time people come to me, they want to collaborate, and I think that they're decent, and I'm not able to do that collaboration. People ask, if you've got any recommendations, people are always looking and going, City Extra, they go, esteemed company, go to them. I always say, Martin, most genuine, down-to-earth, enjoyable, most watchable fan out there. So, Martin, go-to guy. Go and check out the Mancunian way. Big salute to Martin. I think he's brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So, thank you very much for your kind comment and your donation there. Why has it been a terrible year? Personal reasons. I'm not going to disclose why it has been, but personal reasons. Been a horrible year. Not enjoyed 2022. So we'll leave that there, I think. We've got the World Cup to look forward to, so we're going to move on to our next part of our entertainment for you guys to look forward to in the build-up to this World Cup. And I've done a very short video having a look at all the Manchester City players that are going to be featuring in the World Cup this year as a little guide for you guys and the next part of my entertainment. So sit back, relax, grab yourself a drink and enjoy. Going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be having a look at which Manchester City players are going to be heading out to the Qatar 2022 World Cup, so you know which teams to keep an eye on, which groups to keep an eye on, and which games to keep your eyes on as well. Before I do crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you want to help to support the future content created here on my channel, then make sure you have subscribed. We're on that push to 28k subscribers, less than 400 subs away. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. That would be much appreciated. And also GT Player, today's video sponsor, their links and details are all at the top of the description. So let's crack on with this video. We're going to start off first. We're going to work this chronologically in group order from the World Cup. So we're going to start off in Group A, which is made up of the Netherlands, Ecuador, Qatar and Senegal. Manchester City have one player representative from Group A, and that is Nathan Ake, who's representing the Netherlands. So keep an eye out on the Netherlands games against Ecuador, Qatar and Senegal, as Nathan Ake could well be featuring in them games. Now moving on to Group B, there's a few players to keep your eyes out for, all representing England. So Group B is made up of England, Wales, the United States of America and also Iran. The 5 players that have been called up to the England squad from Manchester City are Kyle Walker, John Stones, Calvin Phillips, Phil Foden and Jack Grealish. Kyle Walker will be out of England's opening game of the World Cup against Iran on Monday. However, it is being reported that Phil Foden is going to be starting in that game. So keep an eye out for the 5 players representing England there from Group B. City don't have any representatives for Iran, the USA or Wales. So moving on to Group C, we've got one player being represented at the World Cup from Group C, and that is for Argentina, and that is Julian Alvarez. Manchester City have an abundance of players in the past that have represented both City and Argentina. We're now down to just one, and that's new arrival Julian Alvarez. Argentina are going to be taking on Mexico, Poland, and Saudi Arabia in Group C. Keep an eye out on how Julian Alvarez does. Really looking forward to seeing Argentina, one of the tournament favourites, and of course a good chance to see what Alvarez can do. How many minutes is he going to get? How many starts is he going to get? That remains to be seen. Hopefully he'll get plenty of minutes and plenty of starts, and he'll have a very good tournament. He'll take that confidence back into Manchester City's resumption of our season just before Christmas Day. Now moving on to Group D, we don't have any representatives from France, Denmark, Australia, or Tunisia. So we're going to move on to Group E, where we've got 3 players being represented in Group E. 2 for Spain and 1 for Germany. So the 2 for Spain are Emerick Laporte and Rodri, so keep an eye out for them. And the 1 player from Germany is İlkay Gundogan. Spain and Germany are going to be taking on Japan and Costa Rica, and of course taking on each other. So we could have a battle of Manchester City players when Spain take on Germany in Group E. Now moving on to Group F, we do have only 1 player being represented for Manchester City in Group F, and that is for Belgium, and that's Kevin De Bruyne. You're going to be seeing Belgium taking on Croatia, Canada, and Morocco, and I suspect Kevin De Bruyne is going to be one of the first names on the team sheet, so I suspect that we're going to be seeing a lot of Kevin De Bruyne, and you never know, this could be Kevin De Bruyne's World Cup. We'll have to wait and see, so I'm excited to see a lot there of KDB. Now moving on to Group G, we've got 2 players in Group G that are representing Manchester City, 1 for Brazil and 1 for Switzerland. So a player for Brazil to keep an eye out for is Ederson. I'm not expecting him to displace Alisson as their number 1, so I'm not too sure on how much we're going to be seeing of Ederson. I'm always excited to see Brazil play though, so I'm looking forward to seeing their games. The other player being represented in Group G for Manchester City is our new signing from the summer, Manuel Akanji, brought in from Borussia Dortmund. He's going to be representing Switzerland, so we're going to be seeing Switzerland, of course, taking on Brazil, as well as Cameroon and Serbia. Brazil, of course, also be taking on Switzerland, Cameroon, and Serbia too. Now moving on to the final Group H, which is made up of Portugal, Uruguay, South Korea, and Ghana. Manchester City have 3 players represented in Group H, all playing for Portugal, so keep an eye out for Portugal. João Cancelo, Ruben Dias and Bernardo Silva have all been called up by Portugal to their squad, and I suspect we're going to be seeing a lot of Ruben Dias, João Cancelo and Bernardo Silva in the starting 11 for Portugal as well, so keep an eye out when Portugal take on Uruguay, South Korea and Ghana in the group stages of the World Cup. And of course, once we get to the latter stages, the last 16, the quarter-finals, the semi-finals and the final, you suspect right up to the latter stages of the competition, we're going to be seeing Manchester City players getting represented through their countries of representation. So I'm excited to see how the City players perform. I'm also going to be keeping an eye out on when the clubs are knocked out and which players are going to be exiting out of the competition and joining Manchester City's warm weather training camp in Abu Dhabi, because the earlier teams are knocked out, the more preparation and training they're going to have with the first team squad, the stronger squad we'll have available for that Liverpool game in the Carabao Cup, and of course the resumption of the Premier League with our away match against Leeds United as well. So worthwhile noting when the clubs are exiting out of the competition, which players are exiting that are representing Manchester City and which players are getting to the latter stages. The players that are getting to the latter stages, it's going to take them a little bit longer to be featuring for Manchester City. They're going to need a little bit more of a rest and a break, because obviously players that not going to the World Cup are going to have a nice long rest and going to be nice and fresh, whereas players going to the World Cup are not. So I imagine I can see players being given maybe 2 or 3 weeks off before joining up with the squad. So if players are exiting out of the competition at the group stages, I can see them having maybe a couple of weeks off, then joining up with the squad maybe a week before Manchester City take on Liverpool. Anyone getting past the last 16 probably not going to be in contention for that Liverpool game or the Leeds game as well, but we'll see. So they're all the players that are going to the World Cup that play for Manchester City, and a good list there for you guys to keep your eyes out for which players are heading to the World Cup and which games for you to watch and check out for when Manchester City players are featuring. Now, I'm going to be doing live watch-alongs every single day throughout the World Cup for you guys to enjoy, so make sure you have subscribed if you are new around here. Not necessarily going to be doing every single game and all the players that are involved with Manchester City. I'm just going to be picking and choosing my games. There's going to be the odd day here and there where I'll be able to commit to do more than one live stream. I'm hoping though to stick to my schedule of at least one live stream a day for you guys to enjoy. I will always have the links out to them maybe a couple of hours before kickoff for you to set your reminders for, so just keep your eyes on YouTube. You'll see JSGC go live. You press that bell next to the subscribe button, that'll put your push notifications and so you'll be notified immediately for when I do go live for you to come and join and have fun on our live watch along of the World Cup, as that's where we're heading towards now. My next video that's going to be out for you guys to enjoy is going to be my World Cup predictions of what I think is going to happen at the Qatar 2022 World Cup. Stay tuned for that. That'll be up in the next 24 hours or so. So thank you everybody for watching. Do subscribe if you're new around here. Twitter, Instagram, my social media links there in the description below, sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too. If you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries, do leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. Let me know your thoughts as well in the comments below. And finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, GT Player. Their link's in the description if you want to go and check them out. You can come and get the limited edition Manchester City chair, which is the chair that I'm currently sat on. Fabulous chair. Go and check it out. You can use code JSGC. Will give you 5% off the chair if you want to go and check that out. Then all details, links and everything are in the description. And I'll see you all again for that World Cup prediction video tomorrow. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. We're transforming away from Man City content to World Cup content. Sit back, relax and enjoy. I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now. And finally, in our build-up to this game, we are going to have a look at my predictions, finally, about who I think is going to win the World Cup, what I think is going to happen, and all of my thoughts. Sit back and relax. Once this video has completed, we will be, of course, doing the live watch-along of the game between Qatar and Ecuador and the opening ceremony. What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another football video. Today I'm going to be doing my World Cup 2022 predictions, including how far I think England's going to go. The question is it coming home? Who do I think is going to win? Who's going to be the shock exits? Where are the shocks going to be? I'm going to cover that all with my thoughts in this video. Before I do crack on with this video though, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, want to help support my channel, then do subscribe. We're on that aim now to 28,000 subscribers. We're less than 400 subs away. Can we hit it by December 31st? That is the question. Hopefully we can. That's the aim. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. I'm going to be doing live watch-alongs every single day of the Qatar 2022 World Cup for you guys to enjoy. So do make sure you have subscribed if you haven't already. Social media links there in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Do leave a thumbs up as well if you do enjoy this video. The aim 200 likes, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. And also do not forget as well to leave your thoughts in the comments below. Who do you think is going to win the 2022 Winter World Cup? Finally, this video is sponsored and it's brought to you by Cup of Tea, who very kindly sent me this Erling Haaland t-shirt. So comfortable, brilliant t-shirt, cheap prices available as well. Go and check it out. Link is in the description. So let's crack on then with my predictions. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up my predictions with my thoughts from this. So Group A we're going to start with. I think Ecuador are going to top the group. Netherlands in second going through. Third place Senegal going out and Qatar in fourth. We'll see what happens in that opening game between Qatar and Ecuador. There's been rumours that there's been some payments been stored for a bet. 1-0 Qatar win, second half goal apparently is going to happen for that game. So we will see what happens with regards to that. Corruption, got to love it. So moving on to Group B, England's group. I think England are going to top the group. Wales in second, the United States in third, and Iran in fourth. In Group C, I'm going for Argentina to top their group. Mexico in second, Poland in third, going out along with Saudi Arabia. In Group D, I'm going for France to top their group with Denmark in second place going through. Australia and Tunisia going out. Into Group E, Spain and Germany going through. I think Spain in first, Germany in second, Japan in third, going out along with Costa Rica. Into the next group, I'm going for Croatia to go through along with Belgium in second place, Canada in third, and Morocco in fourth. Into the next group, I'm going for Brazil to top their group with my dark horses Switzerland in second place, Cameroon in third place, going out along with Serbia. In the final group, this is where I've thrown my surprise in there. I'm going for Uruguay to top the group, and I'm going for South Korea to go through with Uruguay. It does mean Cristiano Ronaldo in Portugal going out is my prediction in third place, and to be the big casualty of the group stages of the World Cup, and Ghana also exiting. So with my predictions where everyone has finished, it does mean we're left with some last 16 clashes. So I'm going for Ecuador to take on Wales, which I think Wales are going to win. Argentina will take on Denmark, which I think Argentina, I think it'll be a close game, will go through. Spain taking on Belgium in what will be a very tasty affair there. I'm going for Belgium to knock Spain out, and Brazil taking on South Korea, and I'm going for Brazil to go through. In the other half of the last 16, England, if they finish first and Netherlands end up finishing second, will end up taking on the Netherlands in the last 16. I'm going for England to knock the Netherlands out. France to knock Mexico out. Croatia throwing out another curveball there to knock out Germany, and Uruguay to knock out Switzerland. Wouldn't surprise me if Switzerland ended up going through either. Like I said, my dark horses are Switzerland. I think they could do very well in this competition. Yes, if they go up against Uruguay, my prediction is for them to go through. However, wouldn't surprise me. I think that would be maybe even decided on penalties. I would, Switzerland think could be dark horses to make it to the latter stages, even towards the semi-final, maybe even the final. We'll see. Now, on to the quarterfinals with my prediction. So Wales would be taking on Argentina. I think Argentina, Lionel Messi, potentially his last ever World Cup there. I think they've got too much for Wales. I think they'd go through to the semi-final of the World Cup. Belgium taking on Brazil. I couldn't decide on this one. This was probably the most difficult decision I had for my whole predictions that I made. I went for Belgium to go through against Brazil. Again, I think that could go to penalties. I think it's a very difficult game to predict, that one. You never know what's going to happen and which Brazil team's going to turn up. And the same can be said for Belgium as well. Belgium got the potential there. Players like De Bruyne, obviously Hazard, if fit, Lukaku, some world-class offensive talent available to them. Are they going to apply themselves? Is this going to be De Bruyne and Belgium's World Cup? We'll see. Now, in the other half of the quarterfinals, England taking on France. Unfortunately, I don't think it's coming home. I think France will have too much for England, and France will go through. Of course, France, the current holders of the World Cup, winning it back in 2018 when they won it in Russia. And the Croatia I've got taking on Uruguay. Again, wasn't too sure on that one. I've gone for Croatia to knock Uruguay out and make it to the semi-final stages once more of the World Cup, and of course reach the final last time out. So Argentina, if my predictions are what I've got does happen, I've got Argentina taking on Belgium. So I'm predicting Argentina to go through to the final, and unfortunately not to be Belgium's year. They'd be knocked into the third, fourth playoff, and France taking on Croatia in what would be a repeat of the 2018 final. I've got that in the semi-final, and I'm going for France to knock out Croatia once more. So it will be Belgium taking on Croatia. Now, the website that I've used to do the predictions wouldn't let me do the third, fourth playoff. I think that Belgium would beat Croatia in the third, fourth playoff. So Belgium finishing in third. So it does mean that come just before Christmas, I think it falls on, is it September 18th, September 19th, one of them days anyway, it would be the World Cup final taking place, and I've got my prediction of Argentina taking on France, and I'm going for Argentina and Lionel Messi to have that fairy tale. He won the Copa America. I'm going for Lionel Messi to lift the World Cup with Argentina this year. That's my prediction. That's who I think is going to win the 2022 Winter World Cup in Qatar. My winners, Argentina. Who do you think is going to win the World Cup? What do you think is going to happen? Let me know in the comments below. Who's going to be the flop of the World Cup? Which big team that you're expecting to do very well is going to go out early in the group stages? Happens at every World Cup. Which team's it going to be? Let me know in the comments below. Who's going to win the World Cup? Who's the final going to be? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget, leave a thumbs up as well if you did enjoy this video. That would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. Press that red button, press the bell and put your push notifications on. We'll be live tomorrow for the first game of the World Cup. It's Qatar taking on Ecuador. I'll have my live watch along going live an hour before kickoff so we can react to everything happening in the opening ceremony of the World Cup. So do make sure you have subscribed. Stay tuned for that. Press that bell, get your push notifications on to be notified immediately when I do go live for you guys, so you can come and join me on my live watch along. Social media links there in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below too. You're going to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. And a big thank you to Cup of Tea who sponsored today's video. This Erling Haaland t-shirt was very kindly sent to me. I'll leave the link to that at the top of my description. They've got loads of other wonderful t-shirts, not just football related either, general t-shirts, merchandise, TV programs, films and everything for you to go and check out. So go and check them out. The link is in the description. And I'll see you all again tomorrow for the start of the World Cup. That's exciting, isn't it? The start of the World Cup. The journey starts tomorrow. It's going to be a crazy Winter World Cup, and I'm going to keep you guys up to date every single day with my live watch along, so I'll see you then. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now. What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. We're not here for a Manchester City video at all. I love outtakes so much. Right, guys, the opening ceremony is just about to begin, but I just wanted to show you guys something. This is the FIFA World Cup 2022 ball. It's the Al Real ball here, unused, and if you pay attention to detail, you will notice that this ball has been in the background for some time in the JSGC studio. That is the ball that they're going to be using here at the World Cup. So I'm just going to put this back, and then the opening ceremony is going to begin, so I'll talk you through that. There we go, on display right there in the background with my other ball. So very quickly, just the starting 11 for today. We'll start with Qatar. They're starting, and please bear with me here. It's Saad Al-Sheeb in goal. Their defence is Bassam Al-Rawi, Bulam Kuki, and Adil Karim Hassan are their defenders. Right wing back Roro, and left wing back is Honam Ahmed. In midfield today is Karim Boudif and Abdulaziz Hatim. And their front three today on the right hand side is Hassan Al-Haydos, And on the left-hand side is Akram Afif, and up front today is Almoez Ali. On the bench for Qatar today is Yusuf Hassan and Meshal Barsham, who are goalkeepers. The rest is made up of Jassim Gaber, Salim Al-Hadri, Tariq Salman, Ismail Mohammed, Mosab Koda, Mohammed Ward, Mustafa Meshal, Asim Madibo, Ali Asadala, Naif Al-Hadrami, Ahmed Alidlin, Khalid Munir Mazid, and Mohammed Muntari, as we're getting the national anthems right now. I like that the mascot's looking very enthusiastic there with big smiles on their face. which is really nice to see. The Ecuador national anthem playing, so it seems only fitting for me to read out the Ecuador starting 11. In goal today, starting for them, is Hernan Galindez. The defence, it's a back four of Angelo Preseda to right back, Purvis Estepunin at left back, and back two centre backs of Felix Torres and Piero Hincapi. In midfield today is Gonzalo Plata and Romario Ibarra, and midfield made up of Jegson Mendes and Moses Caicedo, and up front today is Michael Estrada and Enner Valencia. On the bench for Ecuador is Moises Ramirez and Alexander Dominguez, who are both goalkeepers. The rest of the substitute bench is made up of Robert Arboleda, Xavier Arriga, Jackson Perozzo, Diego Palacios, William Pacho, Alan Franco, Carlos Gruzo, Kevin Rodriguez, Ayrton Presedo, Jose Cifuentes, Jeremy Sarmiento, Jorge Risco, and Angel Mina are the substitutes today for Ecuador, as we get the Qatar national anthem now playing. I'm going for 2-1, my score prediction for Ecuador today. Do let me know your score predictions in the live chat. Mick Sid, thanks very much for tuning in. John Walters going for 1-1 for this game. Don't forget as well to leave a thumbs up. That would be much appreciated. 100 likes is the aim. We're now 79 likes away, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Also, don't forget as well, social media links there in the description below and on the yellow banner too, if you want to go follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. My email also in the description below and on the yellow banner too, if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Let me know your score predictions in the live chat. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe to my channel if you are new around here. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. Mixed going for 1-0 Qatar. See if it's fixed. Second half goal. The scenes, if it's true. The scenes, if that is true. That would be absolutely outrageous. Outrageous. We'll see if that does happen. I've got both teams to score, so I'm hoping it's going to be both teams to score. Got a £3 bet on it, returned £6, so hopefully that will happen. Finally, do go and check out today's video sponsor, brought to you by BetMate, who are running daily pots for every single game throughout the Qatar Winter 2022 World Cup. Free pots every single day, so you don't have to worry about finances. They've got their free pot running today, Qatar versus Ecuador. If you've joined, then fantastic. I'm part of it. Are you? If not, do not worry. Like I said, they're running daily pots for every single game, every single day. So free pots every single day for you guys to look out for. Now, I'm going to be doing a live watch along tomorrow, the England-Iran game. That's a £5 entry fee. You can use my code on sign up. JSGC5 will give you a £5 free bet, so you can join that pot for free. You can download BetMate's link using my link in the description, or you can download it that I put in the live chat, or you can use the QR code on screen. Muchas gracias to BetMate for sponsoring this video. The Driscoll brothers will pay you a visit if you don't leave a thumbs up. I love that reference. Only fools and horses. Absolutely love it. So we had a big model of the World Cup in the centre circle. The flag had been put away. They never showed the firework display. They had a little light show. I know there was a little firework display, but BBC never covered it. Typical BBC. There we go. VAR's room. I like how there's a match official actually stood up in the VAR room. He's not got a chair. He has to stand there. his feet are going to hurt later on in the game. So there we go. It looks like we're near enough ready here for the opening game of the Qatar 2022 World Cup. It's Qatar taking on Ecuador. What is going to happen? That's the big question. Who's going to score the first goal? Who's going to make the first mistake? Are we going to see something that we've never seen before, and that's the host kicking off the tournament? Are they going to lose? Never happened before. Could it happen today? We'll see. Ecuador are the team to stop Qatar. Apparently there's been irregularities in betting. There'd been players paid off. Corruption, money paid. All kinds of crazy rumours going round. 1-0 Qatar apparently is where $5 million have been placed. Players paid off. A second half goal as well coming for Qatar. Qatar to win 1-0. We'll see. Surely they're not going to be that stupid and go down them routes when that's been leaked. But we will see. As Felix Sanchez is put on the screen, head coach of Qatar. And head coach of Ecuador today is Gustavo Alfaro. And we are nearly ready to go here. We've nearly got kickoff for the World Cup 2022. The first ever Winter World Cup. Qatar's first ever appearance at a World Cup. And it's the first time since 1934 that a host country is featuring in their first ever World Cup. 1934. It was Italy. Back in 1934, who'd never qualified, and had qualified because they were hosts. Qatar are the next ones, 2022. And we're nearly ready for kickoff. Qatar playing in their all burgundy kit of burgundy tops, burgundy shorts, and burgundy socks. And we do have kickoff here for the Qatar World Cup, as an early ball is played over by Qatar and cleared by Ecuador. And we will see. I don't have any whiskey behind me. It's rum. Havana Club. Dark rum. And our first free kick given against Ecuador and given to Qatar as they're coming forward. Qatar, they're attacking from left through to right. And Ecuador attacking from right to left. Ecuador playing in their all yellow kit of yellow shirts, yellow shorts and yellow socks. Interesting to see what the atmosphere is like. Of course, alcohol banned in Qatar. After originally they were going to allow it around the stadiums, in the fan zones and in the stadiums. They've opted against it. It's cost Budweiser a lot of money, that. They won't be very happy about that being the official alcohol sponsor of the FIFA 2022 World Cup. They'd run out of accommodation. They had official accommodation for fans in Qatar, staying in what looks like sheds. It's a brilliant tackle that from Ecuador as they're breaking forward here. They've got one player forward and Qatar sliding in with their challenges here. And a free kick is given against Qatar. I don't really think much of the logo of the World Cup, just a big square on the side of your arm saying FIFA World Cup 2022. But there we go. There we go. So, a free kick for Ecuador to take. As we're now up to 23 likes, which is brilliant. We're now 77 likes away from 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget as well to subscribe if you're new around here. And do go and check out today's video sponsor, BetMate. Links in the description, also in the live chat. You can use the QR code. And if you use code JSGC5 on sign up, then you will receive a £5 free bet. Do remember that you have to be 18 or over to gamble here in the UK. And the app is only available to those based in the UK. And lastly, if you are going to gamble, do remember to gamble responsibly. And when the fun stops, stop as the first shot comes in, and the first goal goes to Ecuador. It's Valencia, the captain, that nods Ecuador ahead, and we have a goal already here. Less than 3 minutes into the Qatar 2022 World Cup, and it's Valencia of Ecuador that gives them the lead. The goalkeeper flapped at the ball in from the free kick, and Ecuador lead here in Qatar. Hosts are behind. It's a cracking start to the game. A good start for Ecuador. The keeper came for the free kick. He flapped twice, headed across, hooked across. Valencia's in the right place at the right time to nod ahead. And into the back of the net. Kodani, I'm calling it the Winter World Cup as it's winter here in the UK. When it was in 2010, the World Cup was played at the regular points of when the season is usually played, which is June and July, which is summer, peak summer here in the Northern Hemisphere and in the UK. So over here, it's been called the Winter World Cup because it's currently about 7 degrees outside. Definitely is South Africa's winter, as they go Southern Hemisphere. We're going through their summer very soon. Not too sure what VAR are checking here. Possible offside. Where? Where's the check for offside? Where was there an offside in there? Be nice if they showed a replay because there didn't look like there was any offside. Didn't look like there was anything wrong with that goal. Yeah, he's given offside. Offside given. 0-0 it remains. We do not have the first goal of the World Cup. Valencia doesn't open the score in here, and we're going to have to change the scores. It's 0-0. An offside given. Where was the offside? Ball gets played in. No offside there. Where's the offside? I'm sorry, but where's the offside there? There was no offside there. His decision was arm up, offside. I'm sorry, there was no offside there. That was a clean goal. The commentator's just saying doesn't know why it's been disallowed. I'm equally as confused. Why on earth has that been disallowed? Corruption! It's true! How much have they been paid? I'm sorry, but this World Cup's a massive farce if this is how this is the direction it's going to go in. There was no offside there. There was absolutely no offside. They need more clarity. There was no lines. There was nothing. It was just an image shown of the referee, no highlight, and the referee blowing for offside whilst not actually showing any of the replays and what the VAR room are even looking at. And all the replays have shown that there was no offside there. I'm sorry, but what on earth was that decision? I need to head on to social media, onto Twitter. Am I missing something? Am I missing something? That's ridiculous. That's one of the worst decisions I've ever seen in world football on the world stage. Corruption, everybody! It's right there for everybody to see. I'm sorry, where was the offside? Sorry guys, I'm just trying to find out more on that offside. Let me put offside in, but I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get where that decision's come from. I want more clarification on that because I'm very confused. loads of money going in. As Tiller says, it makes an absolute disgrace of the game. There's nothing even close to being offside. It didn't look offside. I'd have banked my life on that being onside because it was onside. It was not even obvious. Are we seeing here, ladies and gentlemen, just how corrupt FIFA, just how corrupt the World Cup, and just how corrupt football may be? I am absolutely baffled. I cannot make sense of that decision. This carried on for more than 5 minutes ago. Their goalkeeper looks shaky as fuck. Punches instead of catching when no one's around him. I can't make sense. I'm sorry. More than 5 minutes ago, and I still can't make sense of that decision. That is one of the clearest indications I've, ever seen in my life of potential paying and bribing of officials. Because there's nothing even close. That was a legit goal that the referee's just gone offside. I can't believe it. I absolutely cannot believe it. I am gobsmacked. I am sat here doing a live watch along for the beautiful game, the game that I love, and they're ruling out such clear goals. It makes an absolute mockery of the tournament, of the game. Not the greatest ball in from Ecuador. It's going to be cleared by Qatar. Ecuador dominating the early stages here. Are they just going to disallow every time Ecuador want to score goals? Because right now it looks like Ecuador are more than capable of scoring 4 or 5 goals. Are they just going to disallow them all? But the biggest shame it makes, if this is the direction they're going to go under, then it's just going to completely ruin the World Cup in what is a World Cup that's already a farce. People will be speaking now about that decision that was made. And every decision that gets made at this World Cup now that isn't a legit decision is going to get called into question, and correctly so. Because of ridiculous decisions like that. I can't believe it, ladies and gentlemen. I have never seen anything like that before. I've been following football for 20 years. And I have never seen that before. And that's only 3 minutes into the tournament. I can't believe it. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. So, corner here for Ecuador. What's the point in Ecuador scoring? They're just going to keep ruling them out. Now, I get if they thought there might have been a free kick, because that's a little bit more difficult to prove. But he wasn't going on about free kicks. His arm was up in the air. That's the decision for offside. I can't believe we've had drama just 3 minutes in. So a corner comes in from Ecuador. Weren't a bad corner and well defended from Qatar. And headed clear. Ball boys are a bit slow. Disorganised as well. This World Cup's just terrible, isn't it? It's terrible. It's going to be awful. You can just tell. You can just see everything that's been displayed in front of you. That the whole thing's just terrible. Normally, when there's a World Cup on, I'm thinking to myself, wouldn't that be brilliant to go? What an experience that'd be. I've been watching the vlogs on YouTube and everything. I've been thinking to myself, that looks class. I'd love to go. I'm very jealous. And this World Cup's just not going to happen. So we're getting a further replay here of this offside. What? His leg is offside. His knee is offside. That's ridiculous. As John says, VAR's garbage. There's absolutely no way at all that that's offside. I need to have another look at it. As Ecuador are in again, rounds the keeper, down he goes, wants a penalty, cleared off the line, penalty given Ecuador. Penalty Ecuador. And a yellow card, not a red card for the keeper for the denial of a goal-scoring opportunity. A good clearance on the line, that then. This is a crazy game. With a knee being offside because he's ahead of the goalkeeper and he's ahead of the ball, even though there's Qatar players. It's the most obvious penalty I've ever seen, and I'm happy that the referee's given the correct decision of penalty. And Qatar's already had one reprieve. Valencia, it is the player that went down. Are they going to get another reprieve? So are we now going to get the first legit goal of the Qatar World Cup? Valencia, the captain's going to be taken here. The man that won the penalty, right behind the Qatar fans. The Ecuador fans are sat at the opposite end of the stadium. And so a chance here for Ecuador to take the lead. We didn't get the goal on 3 minutes. Will we get it on 16 minutes? Valencia to take. Qatar have been battered, haven't they? So Valencia to take to give Ecuador the lead in the first goal of the World Cup. And sends the keeper the wrong way. 1-0 Ecuador lead. Ecuador have looked pretty good. Ecuador have looked pretty good, in my opinion. And Ecuador lead here. And we have the first goal of the World Cup. That's legit after the farce of the offside on the knee. Good penalty from Valencia. Just waits for the keeper to commit one side and just pokes it the other way. If you ever watch Mario Balotelli take penalties, that's how Balotelli takes penalties. Walks at a walking pace, eyes the keeper, waits for the keeper to move, and when the keeper moves, just slot it the other way. The goal's big. Look, his eyes are on the keeper, not on the ball. Waits for the keeper just to commit so he can move the ball the opposite way into the back of the net. 1-0 Ecuador lead. Qatar, how are they going to get back into it? And the keeper does look dodgy. Does look dodgy. As Qatar launch a ball forward, header one. That gets played over, flicked on. So it's good by Qatar into the penalty area and wants a corner. Has he got one? No, goal kick. So first time Qatar really have come forward there. I'm still reading about this offside because, quite frankly, I can't believe it. So Saad Al-Sheeb looking a bit dodgy in goal for Qatar. Looks shaky. Looks a bit disorientated, so to speak. Right, I'm just going to show you the offside on my phone that I'm looking at. So this is the offside decision that was given there. Right there. I can't believe it. So because his knee is ahead of the ball and ahead of the goalkeeper, even though his knee is behind what looks like the goalkeeper's bum, and there's Qatar defenders further ahead, it's given as offside. And lots of confusion about are you or are you not offside? And there's no real clarification on it. Some are saying it's offside. The rule states that there should be at least 2 defenders behind the ball, which may include the goalkeeper. Since the goalkeeper was ahead, then it's ruled as offside. But if you've got a sweeper keeper and you're playing your way around, and if you round the goalkeeper and there's only one defender ahead and you square it across, if that player's in front of the ball but behind the player, the opposition player, then that would be given as offside. That's crazy. As the ball gets played across and goalkeeper absolutely clatters into the Ecuador player, and it's I think it's gone out. But I think offside's been given in the end. Keeper and one of the Ecuador players clash. Corruption is my is my way of getting around that. He's offside. Just, yeah. I can't believe it. I'm just reading about it. I can't believe it. Who knows? Who knows? In the meantime, I'm going to use this opportunity for this little gap to check my betmates. Today's video sponsor, go and check them out. Link in the description, also in the live chat. That'd be much appreciated. You can use code JSGC5 for £5 free bet. How are we getting on then in the live pot for this game? Question is, has JSGC put Valencia in his team? And the answer is yes, which means JSGC currently has 17.5 points, which isn't bad. Captain Valencia as well, giving me 12 points. How far behind first place am I is the question. Not far, 3.5 points away, paying up to 10 places. So 19.5 points currently getting money. I'm not far away from that, am I? 2 points. We'll see. Hopefully some of my other Ecuadorian players can do me proud. And free kick given and another yellow card coming out. Qatar all over the place. What's more dodgy here is my £3 bet on both teams to score. Oh no! Oh, why did I think it was going to be both teams to score? Qatar aren't scoring, are they? Almoez Ali is into the book. So free kick here for Ecuador. Can they double their lead? On the right hand side, a chance to put a ball into the box. Floated into the back post. Headed clear by Qatar. Can get their foot onto this one, Qatar, and they try and get a clearance. They don't manage it, so a chance here for Ecuador to put another ball into the box. It's a decent ball in. Put to the near post. Qatar can get a foot onto it and get it clear. And get it all the way upfield so they can push out a little bit, and Ecuador will build from the back. Qatar got picked up the ball then in the Ecuador half and just didn't even look when he passed it. Just kicked the ball. This is like a game of boys v men. Ecuador have looked pretty lively. They're outplaying Qatar because they're a better team, and in actual fact, there's been some misplaced passes. It's not been the best performance from Ecuador, but they've not needed to because, quite frankly, Qatar just don't seem that good. Current Asian champions, though, so you'd have thought they'd do something. And Ecuador, free kick given against Qatar. There was no way that was a free kick. No way. What's happening? This World Cup is crazy. Absolutely crazy. Ecuador make a step forward and Qatar try and get this clear. I just want everyone to digest. I watch Manchester City week in, week out. I watch Pep Guardiola and some of the best players in the world. This is what I watch. This is what I watch. What I do on YouTube. It's what I do. I've gone from watching that last week. Weren't a great performance against Brentford. Terrible, actually. Yeah, I've gone from watching clean, fluent, wonderful football to watching what seems like an alright team in Ecuador taking on, well, an amateur team that's never played together is what Qatar look like at the moment. Look all over the place, sliding in for everything, winning nothing. They can't have strung more than 3 passes together consecutively. Keeper's flapping. My only surprise is it's only 1-0 Ecuador. To be fair, I didn't think there was anything wrong with that offside goal. That probably should read 2-0, and I think that would be a fair reflection. If Ecuador were feeling competent, I kid you not, this could be a big scoreline. Right, there's three touches they got then. Qatar, can they muster up any more than 3 touches as Ecuador's got the ball back? Ecuador very aggressive on the ball, winning the ball back, pressing very well. That's a good touch there. Took it through the legs of the Qatar player. Too many players back for Qatar though, and they can come away with it and gets a throw in as well. You don't see the crowd going, the players motivated. Come on, is what he's saying. It's only 1-0. They're still in it. That's not a bad attempt at a cross-field pass from Qatar. It's cut off by Ecuador. And good touch there, and they can come away with the ball. The ball gets played forward. And that's out for a throw into Ecuador. The Qatar just passed it out. What's happening? What is happening? So at the Mo, not much happening. Is the answer to my own rhetorical question there? Qatar just knocking the ball. Ecuador just knocking the ball around at the moment. At least Budweiser still get their sponsor on the boards. Just can't be sold. So direct ball gets played forward from Ecuador. Header won by Qatar. Ecuador into another position and a shot comes in. It's sliced and out for a goal kick. Qatar fans looking to try and get a bit of atmosphere going. Bouncing around. They're having fun. And first yellow card comes out for Ecuador. And he goes to Caicedo, arguing with the referee. Referee telling him, simmer down. It's definitely one of them referees. It's all about me. I mean, there's nothing malicious in that challenge. Just looking to try and get the ball. Steps across, misses, and fouls happen every game. The referee gives a yellow card. Very yellow card happy. Now, I thought the World Cup, we meant to have the world's best on show. And that includes the referees. I don't really get how the VAR in this referees classed as the world's best. I watch Premier League referees week in, week out, and they're bad. And this referee would fit right in. So Qatar got the ball back and he smashed it against the Ecuador player. Oh, I tell you right now, I'm fucking awful at football. I'd fit right in this Qatar team. Fit right in. Couldn't do any worse. Why on earth have I put this as both teams to score? What am I doing? And Ecuador just pass it out of play. For a throw into Qatar. Come on, Qatar. Show us what you can do. Give us something good. Wants a free kick there. Qatar not getting it from the press, and Ecuador could be in here. Not the greatest of passes. Knocks it out wide. Has he got any support? He does. A cross can come in. It's a decent ball in. Oh, it's a cracking header. Valencia makes it 2-0. That is a brilliant cross and header from Ecuador. And they double their lead here. Ecuador have been by far the better team. We'll put that out there. Good cross, but it's all about Valencia's header. Let's have a look, see if there's any offsides. It could be offside, you know. He could, you know. He looked more offside here than what that first goal that was disallowed for was. It's a cracking header. Absolutely brilliant header. Not even looking. Just closes his eyes and just goes. Ugh! Puts it in. Cracking header. Wait for them to announce that it's 2-0 and the goal has been given. So that looked more offside than the first, but there we go. So 2-0 Ecuador lead here in the opening game. And it looks like we're going to have our first ever game where our hosts lose their first game. Cross comes in from Qatar. Come on, I just want both teams to score. One goal from Qatar and I'm happy. Is there a cross coming in from Qatar? It's going to be a shot! Whoa! High and wide. That's not a good shot. I've just received an email off BetMate confirming what they were telling me the other day. They're going to be increasing their refer a BetMate scheme. So if you refer a BetMate and they join up from your referral, you get a £10 free bet. £10 in free bets. What's not to like? Go and check out BetMate. Link in the description, also in the live chat. Leave a thumbs up. We're a quarter of our way to the 100 goal like. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. And also don't forget as well, subscribe if you're new around here. Daily watch-alongs of the World Cup for you guys to enjoy. Tomorrow's game you'll be able to enjoy will be England starting their campaign off. You'll be able to look out for Phil Foden, Jack Grealish, John Stones, Kyle Walker and Calvin Phillips of Manchester City. All could be in contention, apart from Kyle Walker. He's injured. He's not going to be featuring in that game. But they're all of England's participants that you can look forward to. We'll be having a watch-along of England taking on Iran tomorrow, going live at 12:30 p.m. GMT with a 1 p.m. kickoff time for you guys to enjoy. So a chance here for Ecuador to put something of quality into the box. If they can get it to 3-0 by 35 minutes, the game will be done. Ball comes in, header won by Ecuador. Nodded out to the edge of the penalty area. Qatar can get a foot onto it and can get it clear. Trying to play their way out of trouble. Crossfield pass comes in. Ecuador player takes the touch and they can knock it back to the goalkeeper. Qatar continue their press. Keeper's going to go long. Qatar will win the header in the air, but it will only go out to the right-hand side. Ecuador pick it up. Long ball comes forward. Header won by Qatar. Loose ball picked up in midfield by Qatar. Bit of ping-ponging going around. But got hold of the ball nonetheless. And keeper nearly takes a bad touch and he'll get it clear for Qatar. Towards centre circle. Want a free kick. Not given by the referee. Good pressing from Qatar. Ecuador do well to keep hold of it and they'll work the pass back to the goalkeeper. And Ecuador can come forward once more.
Very, very confident type situations as well with players around them. Patient when they have to be patient, go long at the right time. Not sure how many times touch the ball to be fair. Another one, eh? 4 5? That's 3 from Qatar. 3 from Qatar, is it? Yeah, frustration. Frustration race. Didn't do that.
So Karim Budiev. I think he might be my betmate, actually. He's got a yellow card. That's a disaster. It's going to knock me right down the league. And oh, no, I've got Bulem Kuruki. That's good. It's not on a yellow card. I like it. See what I'm on now with doubling his tally, Mr. Valencia. 22 points. I'm currently on 26 points. And now we're into 100th place. How far am I away from being on the leaderboard? I'm 36 points and I'm on 26. I'm 10 points behind. Ah! Not good. So if Estrada or Caicedo or someone can get a goal, you know, that wouldn't go amiss. That'd be pretty good. Players taking an injury. One of the Ecuador players is an opportunity to have a little breather, have a quick drink, as we're nearing in on half time. 7.5 minutes to go. I imagine there's probably going to be 2 or 3 minutes added on. A couple of yellow cards, fouls, VAR checking a couple of goals. 2 or 3 minutes, I reckon. Italian referee, though, they don't like really adding on any minutes. So we'll see. Ecuador then whip a ball into the box. It's deep and the keeper will catch it this time. He's not going to punch it. Maybe the keeper's starting to grow into confidence now that it's the 2 goals down. Feels a bit better now. They're 38 minutes in. Settled down. First game nerves in front of the home crowd with all the world eyes watching. Maybe that's what their plan is. I don't know. Who knows? They made a very interesting point that this game starts today. 3 months ago, it was actually meant to happen tomorrow, not today. But they moved it to today. There's been lots of chopping and changing of minds from this World Cup. As Ecuador break forward here, they find the pass. There's a player out wide to be used. They'll do well to get hold of that. Valencia brings down the Qatar player and free kick given. Valencia can't believe it. Already on a brace, sitting on a hat-trick. Could we see the first hat-trick of the tournament today? Is the question. Looking towards tomorrow. So tomorrow's fixtures, I'll check my live watch-along schedule. I have my own schedule. So it's just England-Iran tomorrow is what I'll be doing for you guys to enjoy. So there's 3 games tomorrow. 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 7 o'clock. All in the afternoon, of course, all GMT kickoff times. So the first game of tomorrow is from Group B. England taking on Iran. We'll be doing a live watch along. We'll be live at 12:30 p.m. GMT tomorrow for the start of England's campaign. Coming home, come on! Starting off against Iran in, you would think, what England need. 3 points from that game. At 4 o'clock tomorrow, you've got Senegal, fresh from losing Sadio Mane to injury for the tournament, so he's out of the World Cup. Senegal are going to be taking on the Netherlands. We've got a representative in the Netherlands in the form of Nathan Ake, who could well be starting this game. It's a good ball forward here for Qatar. Into the final third. Can it in the penalty area? No. Good tackle that from Ecuador, and they can come forward. So you've got Senegal taking on the Netherlands. And then finally, you've got at 7 o'clock tomorrow, USA taking on Wales. And that's the first games of Group A and Group B all sorted. Big game that between USA and Wales. If England beat Iran, which is what you would expect, then USA and Wales, if one of them two can win that game, then that's massive. Absolutely massive. In terms of 3 points and potential qualification to the last 16. Remember, to get through to the last 16 in your groups, you've got to finish either first or second. So Qatar now starting to knock the ball around, starting to get a bit of confidence. They've had more than 3 passes, which has been good to see. They're having a bit of confidence. They're taking players on, and they're finding a little bit. I just realised they're coming from the Al Bayt Stadium in Qatar today, this game. I don't know if this is the location of the final. It is not. It's in Lusail, the final. What does the Al Bayt Stadium hold? $60,000. Has a retractable roof. There we go. Gone on chicken chow fressie. Decent. Having cheese and onion pie with veg, potatoes and stuffing. And a bit of Christmas dinner prep to get things organised, trying some different things. Practice for the big day. So Valencia's down injured and the stretcher's coming off, so he's not going to get a hat-trick if he's going to have to be stretchered off. Referee's just saying, hold on with the stretcher. I think Valencia is going to be okay to be pulled up. But I don't think he's going to be able to walk on that, and that could be the end of the game for Valencia. But 2 goals and my captain on BetMate. Done his job for me. There's no way he's continuing. He's limping. So Valencia coming off, the goal scorer 2 goals. Will that be Qatar's route back into it? And Qatar would think to themselves, grab a goal, get back in it. Who knows what happens? Who knows? So throw in here for Qatar. Valencia wants to come back on the touchline, ready to come back on. I don't think he's going to be able to continue for much longer, to be honest. So temporarily Ecuador down to 10 men. And Qatar got a couple of players forward as Valencia's allowed back onto the pitch now. Valencia's already pulling up. His leg doesn't look like that's going to continue. I can't see him seeing this out as Ecuador get themselves into a good tackling position to dispossess the ball. And Ecuador can now try and come forward and they get themselves a throw in through a back heel as we're going to go into added on time. Now Valencia will be thinking there's 10 seconds to go till we're going to added on time, get to half time, rest, get some more spray and see if he's alright to come out for the second half. Because the last thing Valencia wants to do, if he is alright at 2-0 up and grabbing a couple of goals, if Ecuador are wanting to progress, they're going to want to keep hold of Valencia. And if that's the case, then being sensible might just be what's key here as we're into the first 5 minutes added on. It'd be great if Qatar can get themselves a goal. That'd be brilliant as Qatar's got themselves a free kick just inside the Ecuador half. Come on, Qatar. I want both teams to score to come in. I will be very happy if Qatar score a goal in this game. So Qatar are just knocking this around. Make them feel better that they're having a bit of possession. And they're finding space now, Qatar. It is better. They're pushing forward. That's a good ball forward as well. A poor touch, but got hold of the ball. Still. And inside the Ecuador half now. Have been forced backwards. A good touch forward. The thing that's letting Qatar down is their touches. They're getting themselves a throw-in. Their touches are very heavy. They're not controlling the ball properly. Don't forget, like the video. 100 likes is the aim. We're on 75 to go. Subscribe if you're new around here as well. That'd be much appreciated. Do go and check out today's video sponsor, BetMate. Link in the description. Also, on the live chat, you can use the QR code as well. Go and download BetMate. That would be much appreciated. Come and join the pots. We're running 3 pots every single day. That's a cracking direct ball forward and not a great touch. What I was just saying, the touches haven't been great. It's been letting them down. They've just started to grow a little bit more into the game since they've gone 2-0 behind. And a free kick given to Ecuador just inside the Qatar half there. They've just started to grow into the game. They're starting to connect more with their passes. It's the touches that are letting them down to be able to get into good positions to potentially create some opportunities. They've had one shot that I can recall that went flying over the crossbar. Must have been about at least 15 metres, I'd say, over the top of the crossbar. And probably wide as well. It was an awful effort. And other than that, Qatar just haven't been involved in this game at all. And current Asian champions, I thought maybe they might grab themselves a goal and showcase that they can do something here. Maybe they'll be better in the second half. As it is for Ecuador, look pretty good first half. They've grabbed themselves a couple of goals. Can't believe that offside decision. Should be 3-0 up and, game set and match. But Qatar were thinking to themselves, it's 2-0. Yeah, grabbed themselves a goal in the second half. And all of a sudden, one goal in it and still in the game. So the game isn't dead. So a minute and a half to go till half time here. Ecuador just knocking the ball around. Been very much, Ecuador's been the better team. Qatar looked like an amateur team who just started to grow a little bit more into the game. That's going to be a free kick to Qatar, nudging the back. And Qatar will have an opportunity here to really launch the ball forward. And with 1 minute to go till half time, I don't see any problem with launching that ball forward. If you can get a flick on or get a touch or something, you may be able to create an opportunity, but they've chosen to take it short and just pass it round. The time running out, 50 seconds to go. I thought that would have been a good opportunity to have got everybody forward and really launched that ball, but they've chosen to play it around instead. And Qatar have got themselves another free kick here, just inside their own half. Didn't look like there was that much in that, to be honest. 20 seconds to go then. They've still again chosen not to launch that ball into the box. So a good touch here, and Qatar might be able to create something. They've gone out wide. The cross comes in. It's a decent ball in, and that's a cracking chance. And it's headed wide. Oh, Qatar probably should have scored. Oh, so the half-time whistle goes. He should have scored. It's a good pass. I don't think he's offside, and he just glances it. He's got the whole goal to go at. And he gets his header all wrong. There's no composure there. Peeled away from the defence. It was a cracking run. That should have gone. That should have been 2-1. And JSGC's bet should have been in. And it isn't. Can you believe it? So that just shows for Ecuador this game isn't sorted just yet. They're 2-0 up. One opportunity, one goal, and right there, Qatar would have been right back in it. Warning sign, they get away with it, and Ecuador, being the better team, lead at half-time by 2-0. Of course, excuse me, all focus will be on that offside, that ludicrous offside that was given from VAR, because Valencia probably should have had a hat-trick, but doesn't. So I'd be pretty fuming. So there we go. So guys, do leave a thumbs up. That'd be much appreciated. Let's have a big push now. 27 likes. We're on 73 to go to 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget as well to leave your thoughts, your halftime thoughts in the live chat too. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe if you're new around here. I want to hit 28k subscribers by December 31st. We're less than 400 subs away. We're actually less than 350 subs away. So any help towards that would be much appreciated by me. And also don't forget to go and check out today's video sponsor, BetMate. Link in the description and also in the live chat. If you want to go and check out BetMate's at BetMate. Offering pots for every single game during the World Cup. It's much like fantasy football. You select your team, the rewarded points for goals, assists, clean sheets, headers won, tackles won, things like that. Really nice competitive way to be able to earn some money as well. I've found it a lot of fun since I've been using BetMate since May. So do go and check that out if you so wish. The app is free to download. They're running free pots every single day if you want to go and join them. And you can use code JSGC5 on sign up to get yourself £5 in free bets. You can also refer your own BetMate, and if your friends sign up, you also get £10 worth of free bets too, so you can come and join some of their pots. It is a lot of fun, and it's yeah, I've enjoyed it, so do go and check that out if you so wish. Just having a look at my current BetMate running for this pot. the daily free pots for today. And JSGC is not first, which is a shame. Currently in 124th position on 26 points. Captain Valencia getting me most of them. Could really do with Caicedo, my vice captain, doing something, or Ibarra or Estrada doing something. Maybe even Kuki coming forward on a corner, nodding in a goal for Qatar would be good as well. But there we go. As I mentioned before, if I am to win any of the pots, because I've never won a pot before, so if I am to finish first in any of the pots, I'd be happy to do a forfeit. I have to agree to the forfeit, so let me know your forfeits in the live chat, and yeah, we'll see what we can come up with. So I'm going to go through my half-time report here, including going through the stats for this game. So Ecuador lead through Enner Valencia, scoring from the penalty spot after winning his own penalty after rounding the keeper. He was shown a yellow card on 16 minutes. 31st minute, cracking header from Valencia saw Ecuador double their lead. Qatar had a wonderful opportunity right at the end of the half there to equalise, but it was headed wide. And of course, Valencia had his goal disallowed too for offside, which was ruled out through VAR in that ludicrous decision. So it should probably be 3-1 this game, but it is 2-0, so we've seen some goals, so it's not all bad. And I think Ecuador's aim for the second half will be to try and find a goal, first 10, 15 minutes, seal the deal and seal this game. Qatar will all be about scoring in their own opening World Cup and see if they can get back into this game. If Qatar can score next, then they are well back into this game, so we will see what has happened, what does happen with regards to that. So stats for the game, in terms of possession, pretty close, 54% possession for Ecuador, 46% for Qatar. They've knocked the ball around pretty well, just been their heavy touches. Qatar's pressing, not been great. Ecuador's pressing has been better, but in terms of ball moving and distribution, not been too bad. Problem is they've not really created too much. 2 shots from Qatar, both off target. One went flying high and wide over the top of the crossbar and past the post, about 15 metres past the post. And the other opportunity right at the end of the half, which should have been buried and put into the back of the net. Whereas with Ecuador, 3 shots, 2 on target, 2 goals. Can't really ask for much more. They've been clinical in front of goal. In terms of clear-cut chances, 1 created apiece for both teams. 1 corner for Ecuador, none for Qatar. In terms of offsides, 1 for Qatar, 3 for Ecuador. Defensive stats, no block shots for either team in the first half. Tackled 1, 2 for Qatar, 3 for Ecuador. Aerial duels, 10 for Qatar, 1 and 6 for Ecuador. No save for either keeper to make. It's not been a classic. It's not been a brilliant game of football. We just wanted a bit of drama, which we've had with that offside decision. We've had a couple of goals. See if Qatar can get back into the game and make an interesting second half is what we'll be looking for. And finally, in terms of discipline, 9 fouled, 1 for Qatar, 7 for Ecuador. 3 yellow cards shown to Qatar players, 1 to Ecuador. The yellow cards for Qatar in the first half goes to the goalkeeper, Saad Al-Sheeb, also Karim Boudiaf, and Almoez Ali, all into the book. For Ecuador, in the book is Moses Caicedo. So there we go. That is your halftime report. We will be back for the second half very soon. In the meantime, my partner channel Mixing, link in the description. Go and like and subscribe. That would be much appreciated. It's providing your halftime entertainment with the iceberg cocktail. Enjoy.
What's going on, guys? Mix It here, back again for another cocktail video. And today's cocktail video, guys, is how to make the iceberg. So it's my birthday weekend now, and to celebrate, I'm going to show you guys how to make an iceberg. So I've got this little cocktail book, which I'll show you guys. So it's the classic cocktail bible. It gives you a nice little introduction to cocktails if you've never made them at home before. And it's really simple, it talks you through it, gives you the instructions, the ingredients, and it's really simple to make. And it took my fancy, this iceberg, which is like a French, because with Pernod it's very French, because it's a nice aperitif and it's beautiful. It has a very distinct flavour, which is aniseed with Pernod, because you love it. It's because I either like it or you don't. And it got me thinking, if I'm going to use Pernod, I might as well go full French and use the Grey Goose vodka as well, which is a beautiful, beautiful French berry and vodka, and I just love it. So to make the iceberg, guys, is get a rocks glass and fill it with ice. So I'll put in 5 to 6 ice cubes. So now fill it with 5 to 6 ice cubes or cracked ice. So the first ingredient, guys, is a 45ml or 1.5 ounce of Grey Goose vodka. And now just add a dash of Pernod over the ice, or 5 milliliters, which is just 0.2 ounce. And there it is, that's the iceberg. It's a really simple cocktail. I mean, can you even class it as a cocktail? That is the debate here. Can you class this as a cocktail? A 2-ingredient drink? In my opinion, I wouldn't. I've always been a stickler for the 3-ingredient count as a cocktail. I'd count this as a drink more than a cocktail. But that is the iceberg. It's really simple. It's a 2-drink combination. An early birthday present to myself. Happy birthday, Mixed. Cheers. So with Pernod, you get that classic aniseed taste. I like it. But I'm not too sure I love this. It's a nice cocktail. It's got a nice hue with it. But I'm not too sure I'm totally in love with this. For the iceberg, it's a really simple cocktail. It lacks that fruity flavour with it. That's what it lacks. Just lacks that fruit to go, just to balance it out. To me, it's too alcoholic, really, like that. Just not enough taste with it. Like, I can taste the aniseed in the vodka, but it's really simple. And it just doesn't do it for me. I mean, if you sit down there, you get drunk quick on it. It's one of those. But I want to do more with this. I think we could do a supercharged version of the iceberg. So we'll go full French now. So with this, what I'm going to do now, as an early birthday present to myself, I'm going to add Pernod Absinthe with it, but in a shot version. So this is going to be my supercharged iceberg shot version. As you can see, guys, I'm using a PSG shot. Santé. So 15ml of vodka. 15ml of Pernod, half an ounce. Last but not least, 15ml of Pernod Absinthe. And there we go, one supercharged iceberg. Happy birthday to me. So let's see if the absinthe adds a little bit of flavour to the iceberg, but shot version. Santé. So with the absinthe, it gives it that turbocharge. It gives it that kick behind it. It certainly has the flavour. It's more aniseed, it's more powerful, and it finally has that kick with it. It's not awful, but as a shot version, I'd recommend that. Probably with the iceberg as well, I'd probably recommend that as a shot version. So I'll have another sip. Does it taste any nicer now I've had a supercharged iceberg? It tastes better, but it still misses that flavour. It still misses that citrus with it, I think. I think with a little bit of lemon juice, no, actually, a better idea, lime juice. I think a little bit of lime juice would complement this drink. Yeah, definitely, because it just lacks that little bit of something, that lime juice, I think, just to complement it. It's just purely booze. It's not a nice cocktail, I'll be truthful. It's not something I normally drink. I want to try. I thought it's quite an intriguing name, the iceberg. But I don't class it as a cocktail. It's only 2 ingredients. It's only 2 ingredients. Not my general rule of 3, as some bartenders do have a general rule of 3. What do you class as a cocktail, guys? Do you let me know in the comments below? Do you class 2 ingredients as a cocktail or not? Or do you class it as 3? Must have 3 ingredients? Let me know. I'm just trying to think of the perfect. Let me know in the comments below what is the missing ingredient for the iceberg? It's missing that fruitiness with it. What ingredient would you use? I personally use lime juice with it. I think it'd complement it. Or failing that, I think a little bit of grapefruit. Because the more you drink it, the more you'll like it. It has that kick to it, that aniseed taste, and it just needs something more with it to make it. I think I've been generous when I give it a 5 out of 10. But with the supercharged version, shot version, even of this, I think it'd be quite nice like that, get the party started. I don't think you go too far wrong. But it's the same France, guys. Santé. But if you are liking the content, don't forget to like and subscribe to mix it for more cocktails like this. So we'll be making more, as I will see you guys for Dubonnet. Cheers.
Thanks very much, McSid, for sponsoring. I wish he was in a position to sponsor. He's not. Thanks very much, McSid, for providing today's halftime entertainment for everybody to enjoy. If you want to go and check out McSid's link, then they are in the description. If you want to go and check him out, then that would be much appreciated. So we're just waiting for the second half. Ah, I needed that. Can't believe how quick the sun goes. Now 5 o'clock, sun's completely gone. Ah, drink done. Which shouldn't be that far away from the second half starting. We've currently just got some Wales things going on at the mo. As Wales take on the USA tomorrow. As the Qatar players are out, ready for the second half. Will Valencia come out? Big question here. Ecuador making their way out. And Qatar are going to be attacking their own fans in the second half. Ecuador are going to be attacking their own fans in the second half as well. Ecuador currently leading 2-0 here at the World Cup. Opening game at the Al Bayt Stadium in Qatar. In front of 60,000. So Valencia is out. So taking a risk. The job might just be first 10-15 minutes. Grab another goal. Get this game done. Get the important players off that pitch ready for their next game. Well, Ecuador's next game will be against the Netherlands. And my wall chart just over here is why I keep looking over this way to refer to it. You feel like for the game itself here, Qatar need to grab the next goal. Although their motivation will be just to score a goal here. At the very, very least. Which is great for my bet if they can. So second half ready to get underway. Ecuador are going to get us underway, attacking from left to right. Qatar attacking from right to left. And we do have kickoff here for the second half. Launched ball forward from Ecuador is flicked on and out for a throw-in to Qatar. To UAE flag in there. I do enjoy seeing lots of different flags. Of course, got the Ecuador flag. I can see inside the stadium. Keep my eyes out to see if you can see any England flags. See Qatar flags coming out. Is that Mexico I can see as well? I think Fogden. Let me check social media. See Fogden's there. So Qatar having a bit of possession here.
Possessed. Yeah, they just a little bit more care with their passing. Just make sure the ball gets to your intended target. Almoez Ali, one and only golden opportunity right on the stroke of half time for Qatar.
So Ecuador coming forward here. And trying to thread a ball through, and Qatar can eventually pick that ball up through the goalkeeper. So Fogden.
Left-hand side again. First off down the left-hand side for Ecuador. I was saying that Qatar just got to, it's just that, there's a lot of passes that have been intercepted by Ecuador. Qatar just taking that a little bit more care, making sure the ball gets there.
He's not posted anything on Instagram. No, I can't see anything on there. See if he's got anything on his story. So he's out in Qatar. I think he is there, day one of the challenge with his dad. Yeah, he is there. Yeah, he is there. Surprise. So, goal kick here for Ecuador to send the ball forward. Header won by Qatar. Headed back towards goal. Ecuador, can they get it under control? The answer is no. That's well defended. I can see an Algeria flag in there as well. And Qatar just, they're struggling to get the passes away again. Bit of a slow start. They're sliding in again. Oh, good grief. Good grief. Makes it happy. It's not on Super 6. I imagine it'd have put 1-0 Qatar. See if that was right with the bribe. And Saudi Arabia's flag in there as well. Oh, a good watch for the different flags that we can see. City Till I Die supporting Germany. I've got Germany as part of my sweepstake. So if England aren't to win it, Germany, please, would be good. Oh, that's a good ball into space and into the penalty area here, Ecuador, and it's a poor pass and cut off well by Qatar. And a poor pass, and that's out for a throw into Qatar. So, who's everyone supporting here at the World Cup? Let me know in the live chat. Germany mixed sweepstake at work. My own personal one. Germany are mine. Got my own little bet on here, hoping that this will be both teams to score. See if it comes in. That's a poor ball forward from Qatar and cut off well by Ecuador. Can they find the space? They can. There's an overlap being used. Qatar's defence looks stretched. Not the greatest pass, and that will be cut off by Qatar. And cleared-ish. Only as far as an Ecuador player. Shot comes in from Ecuador. High over this crossbar. Into the stands. And out for a goal kick to Qatar. Excuse me. And the offside flag's up against Qatar, and a free kick will be given. Why they couldn't just play on then, I do not know. But there we go. We're up to 32 likes now, which is good. We're 68 away from 100 likes. Any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new around here too. That would be much appreciated. And do go check out today's video sponsor, BetMate. Links and details are in the description, in the live chat, and the QR code on the screen if you want to go and download BetMate. As a cross comes in from Ecuador, and they can't get a foot onto it, and out for a throw-in to Qatar. It was great feet from Ecuador, and not a bad ball in.
As well.
So nothing really happened in the first, in the second half, in the first 9 minutes or so, which is not great for my bet. Well, there we go. Ecuador putting a lot of pressure onto Qatar. Qatar haven't created anything yet. So Ecuador's look most likely to create and do something here in the second half. Although Qatar get themselves a free kick for a push in the back. Just inside their own half. So a chance here to... I mean, they've taken the pass short. I don't understand why they don't slow the play down and push everyone forward. Just want to play the ball, then miss out on the ball. And it's a poor pass. That's a cracking pass from Ecuador. They're in now, in the penalty area. Shot comes in, it's a good save from the keeper. Looking to redeem himself after conceding the penalty earlier. Nothing he could have done about the second goal. It was a cracking header, but the penalty earlier and flapping on the offside makes a good save there to keep Qatar in this game still. So City till I die says, not really a fan of England as it was made up of United players back in the day. So supported the mighty Germany instead. Why Germany? Just out of interest. Is that roof shut? Have they shut the retractable roof, I think, in Qatar? Is stadium at the Al Bayt Stadium. And Qatar can come away with the ball. And a free kick and a yellow card out as well, as we get several rolls. As it's Mendez into the book for Ecuador. Yes, foot's with the studs up, scraped down the ankle there. A nasty one. It's a nasty little challenge, that. And Jegson Mendes into the book. So free kick taken. The crossfield pass comes in from Qatar. Takes a touch and dispossessed. Ah. I just want a competitive game. I just want it to be a competitive game with something happening. City till I said, so I support Germany because I used to be German in my last life. Okay, fair enough. I do wonder, what would I be in my last life? They don't know. Ecuador just far superior here. Probably be a bit of a travesty Qatar to get back in this game and somehow Ecuador ended up not winning this game. Be a bit of a travesty, really, wouldn't it? Ball just getting knocked around here. This is good work from Ecuador. Ball retention good. Excuse me. Game sending me to sleep. Qatar's player just puts a foot in. And free kick given. Working the ball very nicely, Ecuador. Like I said, ball retention's been very good. Moving it away from the left through to the centre. Got nowhere to go. Qatar trying to do a little bit of pressing. Is still doing very well to keep hold of the ball here, Ecuador. As we're nearing in on the hour mark here. Still we await the first goal of the second half. The all-important third goal as to whether this game is dead or whether Qatar are right back in it. With half an hour or so left of the game. So we're through 2/3. Currently Qatar 0, Ecuador 2. And Qatar now can come forward and well intercepted there and out for a throw into Qatar. Afif isn't going to take the throw in. Physio's going to need to come on. A couple of the subs finishing their warm-ups for Ecuador. Excuse me. David, where he's pulled his hamstring, so he slid in to make the interception. It's Caicedo that went down. He's managed to get himself back up and walk off to the touchlines. We're getting a Mexican wave going on in the stadium. And can come forward with the ball here. The Mexican wave's dying out now. So a cross-field pass comes in and a header won by Qatar, and it's wide. It's a good ball in. That on target might have forced the keeper a couple of problems. Not to be. Right idea. Wide. Sent long then by the keeper for Ecuador. Flicked on. And Qatar can eventually get a foot in and intercept the ball. How many subs are the teams allowed? All through the Premier League and everything, it's been 5. I'm wondering if it's back to the traditional 3. I'm wondering. Ball gets floated towards and the offside flags up against Qatar. Having no luck at the moment. Just look like it just slivered offside. Offside given. The ball gets headed back towards the Qatar goalkeeper, picked up, and can come forward. That's a poor giveaway.
Edge forward. The pass that you want to make is then gone because you've taken too many touches.
It's been a game, a few chances, 7 attempts at goal for the whole game. 7. Not been of high quality at all. And out for a throw in that poor pass from Ecuador to Qatar. Qatar fans congregated in the one area behind the goal, trying to get a bit of atmosphere going. And then the paid fans. Could be the paid fans. All just wearing t-shirts that say Qatar. They've actually paid fans, by the way. Digest that.
To approach this. You're getting back into this game. What do they do? Do they go long? Do they go short? Do they play through the first? They haven't got the players out there in order to affect the game at the moment.
So ball gets launched forward from Ecuador. Qatar can cut it off through the keeper, and they could look to try and build from the back here. There's really not much happening. It's got space. Need to be visually aware. And does well to steer a pass to the right-hand side. And Qatar keeping hold of the ball. Again, like the first half, just growing a little bit more in confidence, Qatar. making them runs, finding them passes. Chance here to cross. Flicked on only to the right-hand side. Can Qatar get a cross in? The answer is no, and it's going to get intercepted. But only out for a throw into Qatar. As we're going to see the first sub of the game made. It's going to be Ecuador making it. It's Sarmiento that's going to be coming on, number 16. And they miss out on the ball there, Qatar. As make a nearly a good challenge and a free kick given. I thought that was a good challenge. But free kick given to Ecuador. Sarmiento's going to come on now. So first sub to be made. And Sarmiento comes on. And it's Ibarra that comes off. Be on my bet, mate. Let's have a look. No. Which is good. Stays on the... Oh, no. Ibarra. Yeah, he was. Got me 3 points. It's not bad. I'm currently sitting on 45.5 points. Sitting in 134th out of 994. So that's not bad. Yeah, it's my fault. It's good work from Ecuador once more, turning up the screw. Player pass into space. Will be kept on and will keep hold of the ball here and brought down. Linesman says no free kick. Referee says no free kick. So Qatar can have the ball. Can get it clear as well. Only as far as midway through their own half. 20 minutes or so remaining here. 21 minutes to go. Still 2-0. Can Qatar find a way back into the game? Good work from Ecuador. Passes it in towards the penalty area. Misses the man. Which means Qatar can bring it clear. Only as far as the Ecuador defence. Picked up though in the middle by Qatar and into the Ecuador half here. Can Qatar maybe put another cross in here? Potentially. They are committing players forward. There's 4 forward at the mo and a heavy touch. A little nudge means Ecuador can come away with the ball. Every time Qatar just feel like they're getting into that position, it's not quite there for them. And a free kick given to Ecuador once more. And so Qatar preparing a couple of substitutions for themselves.
Legs on the pitch, see what happens if you change the momentum of the game.
Oh, free kick comes in and eventually cleared by Qatar and out for a throw-in. And Qatar can make them 2 subs now. Al-Haydos comes off as captain hands his armband over to the goalkeeper. Al-Haydos comes off and Mohamed Ward comes on. And Mohamed Muntari comes on. A chance here for Ecuador to, again, potentially put a ball in, but they don't. It does, though, get a free kick. In a dangerous area here to whip something in. It was Sarmiento that went down. Clip on the back of his heel. Was a free kick. Free kick given. And a chance here for Ecuador to put something of quality into the box. What can they put into that box? A chance here to kill this game. One-man wall. Cross comes in. Can be the first man. Headed clear. Back out. Can they have another attempt? Works the ball. Players have stayed forward. And intercepted now for a throw into Ecuador. So it was Almoez Ali that came off before. And Mohamed Muntari that came on. Just for clarification. 17 minutes remaining here then. Qatar 0, Ecuador 2. That's poor from Qatar and lucky to get a throw in. Lucky to get a throw in. And Qatar do well to come away with the ball here. As Mixon said, he's not made a World Cup cocktail. I mean, they don't drink in Qatar, so the cross comes in. It's not a bad ball in from Qatar. Picked up on the left-hand side into the penalty area. And a shot might come in from Qatar, and it's over the top of the crossbar from Afif. How would you make a cocktail? I think you'd be better doing a mocktail, really, rather than a cocktail for the official. Cocktail made by Mixid for this game. A pint of water. We've not done a World Cup shots this time. Don't really have any spare time to do it. As I'd say, in the build-up for the World Cup final, we'll see. I think if England progress further and gather much more interest, then I think maybe we'll look at something. But as it is right now, it is a bit underwhelming. So I think Enner Valencia is going to be coming off. He's just sat down on the middle of the pitch. Excuse me. He took a little knock in the first half. Looked like he was going to come off. He's managed to muster up another 31 minutes. Off he goes. and Cifuentes comes on in his place. There's already fans leaving the stadium. I presume the neutrals that are here to watch. I do prefer the World Cup shots that you did. Each group. I prefer it being in our summertime, the World Cup. And I think the North America one might be quite good. Mexico, Canada and the USA. Some of the NFL stadiums that they're going to be using are very, very smart. So that should be a good World Cup, I think. And yellow cards out again. I think it's Afif that's going to go into the book. And does. The It's Coming Home cocktail. Time running out for Qatar to get back into this game. Not the greatest free kick in, and there's a chance here for Qatar to get a counter attack. If they get it right. They don't. Surprise. 12 minutes. I'm not going to win my bet, mate, but if you want to go and check it out, then their link is in the description in the live chat, or use the QR code. Leave a thumbs up as well. We're on 35 likes. We're 65 away from 100 likes. So any help towards that would be much appreciated as well. And don't forget as well to subscribe. Daily videos of live watch-alongs coming up from the World Cup for you guys to enjoy. And that looks offside for Ecuador. Put over the top of the crossbar. The flag does go up eventually. Sarmiento should have put that into the back of the net and had VAR making a decision here, but instead goes over the top of the crossbar before the flag does go up. And the problem was, it wasn't I don't think it was the original ball forward was fine, but it's because he's flicked it on with his chest is where it's not fine. And Sarmiento really should have scored. But as it is, Qatar live to fight another day, and they know they've got 11 minutes. See if they can find a goal and try and sneak a potential equaliser. As Ecuador haven't killed this game off yet, but I reckon they're probably confident they're going to keep hold of their clean sheet. That's a heavy touch from Ecuador. They do well to keep hold of that in the end. I'm spurring Qatar on for my bets. I also want them to make it interesting, but Ecuador here have got another chance to kill this game into space. Can they play the man over? Get hold of the ball. It seems like the momentum's been taken away from... That's a great ball threaded through and good goalkeeping. Brave goalkeeping. Both keeper and Plata sliding in. Free kick given to Qatar. And Qatar can look to build as we're into the last 9 minutes then of the game. What can Qatar do? Getting for a chance going on. There's a slice clearance there from the goalkeeper. He's looked dodgy all game and out for a throw into Ecuador. Ecuador player trying to get their fans behind them. It's an Argentina flag. Long throw comes in from Ecuador. Won by an Ecuador player and flicked on into centre of goal, about 20 yards out. They look like they fancied a shot. They've worked it to the right-hand side. No support yet, so he's just got to pivot and turn. Gets a little bit of support. Combined 1-2, a good flick on and a free kick given. In a crossing position here for Ecuador. Ecuador knows they can just find that goal and the game is done. Was a free kick, yeah. Just raised his hand to his neck and just pulled him down. Stupid challenge from Wad. Just come on for Qatar as well. So Ecuador put a cross in. It's deep and it's poor and out for a goal kick. I think a free kick might have been given actually in the process. He's got ice strapped to his knee and his thigh, Valencia. He went off before. Got a brace today for Ecuador. Looks like it's going to be enough for them to win this game. Unless Qatar can get a goal back pretty soon. Missed that wonderful opportunity right at the end of the first half to get back in the game, Qatar. And they've not really created much here. Second half to threaten Ecuador. Defensively look a little bit tighter. Ecuador not really forced the issue. Looking like at one stage Ecuador far superior to Qatar, that we might be looking at 5 or 6 goals. But not to happen. Instead, Qatar can come forward with the ball, take a little bit of confidence away, I suppose, in the fact that they're not conceded as of yet. Second half looked a little bit tighter, but offensively not really look like they've got much there, and a throw-in will be given here to Ecuador. Inside their own half, just about. Long throw taken and intercepted by Qatar, and they can come away with the ball as well here. And a good pass played, and there's a few players in space if they can work it there. 6 minutes remaining. Tell you what, if Qatar can just score now, that's 5 minutes. Have a real good go. Could get themselves an undeserved point, in my opinion. They get a bit lucky with the ricochet that they pick up the ball. Heavy touch, but still come away with the ball. 5 minutes remaining then. At the Almoez Stadium, and Ecuador win the ball back. They've not got the quality there to get past the Ecuador players. And a heavy pass in. Out of play for a goal kick for Qatar. Not quite got the final touches right in the final third in the second half, Ecuador. And not really been too many opportunities either. A long ball forward from Qatar. It's a decent ball forward into the penalty area. Shot comes in. It's over the top of the crossbar, just on the roof of the net. From Qatar, that could have been the route back into the game. It's a cracking ball forward. It's desperately unlucky. It's about a yard or so over the top of the crossbar. With a cracking goal, that. Really unlucky. Lobbed the keeper. Qatar growing in again in a bit of confidence. Had a burst at the end of the first half and having another burst here. Cross comes in. It's not a bad ball in. And collected by the keeper. We'll get a bit of atmosphere again. The Qatar fans trying to get them generated again. Looks like the paid fans trying to get a bit of atmosphere going, and a throw-in given to Ecuador there. The fixed score of 1-0 did not happen. I don't think they're good enough Qatar to win this game. As Ecuador pass the ball into a bit of space again. Cross comes in. Keeper's going to collect that one. And out for a corner. Didn't look like it went out, but there we go. Corner to Ecuador. The stadium's starting to really empty now. Neutrals going home. The Qatar loyalists stay in. Ecuador fans are staying, of course, to applaud their team in what's going to be an important 3 points for them in their group stage game. Win your first game and you're looking good to get to the last 16, really. Puts pressure onto the Netherlands and Senegal and Qatar, of course. As cross comes in, cleared at the near post and out for a throw-in. 2 minutes remaining here. Plus whatever's going to be added on. You think maybe a few subs, or maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Other than that, nothing really much happened in the second half, unfortunately. So don't forget, leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video. Subscribe if you're new around here, and do go and check out today's video sponsor, BetMate. Link in the description and also in the live chat. See a South Africa flag in the stadium. Hosted the 2010 World Cup, of course. Getting crowded out and does well to get a throw-in. As 2 more subs are going to be made here by Ecuador. I just realised that Ecuador is sponsored by Marathon. As Estrada's going to come off. So Estrada and Caicedo is the other player coming off. A couple of players from my BetMate there coming off. And Franco and Rodriguez come on for Ecuador in the 90th minute. So we'll see what's going to be added on here. That's good work from Qatar, and out for a throw-in. So 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes. Can Qatar grab themselves a goal? Their first goal of their own World Cup at the Almoez Stadium. Great ball across from right to left. And a good touch. Probably been creativity. There hasn't really been any creativity there. And that looked like a free kick. Referee says no. And Ecuador can come away with the ball. And no foul given away there. And Qatar can have the ball once more now. We're moving it towards the right-hand side. Combining a few passes. Again, growing in confidence. Can they get that one opportunity? No, not like that. It's given away. Ecuador can come forward. Sarmiento has the ball. Here's Rodriguez. And just working the ball. Right to left, Ecuador just slowing the play down. So it looks like my both teams, the score's not going to come in, unfortunately.
They haven't pushed at all. They have stayed, they have sang, they enjoyed it.
So 3 minutes remaining of this opening game of the World Cup. And that's out of play for a throw-in to Qatar. And that will be a free kick to Qatar. Didn't look like there was much in that, to be honest. But still, there we go. Qatar then burst forward and a poor pass out for a throw into Ecuador. Many City players playing for England. Well, Walker won't be. I'd be very surprised if Calvin Phillips is. Stones, maybe Foden. I'm not sure about Jack. Very impressive. 7 consecutive clean sheets from Ecuador. Unless they could concede in the next 90 minutes. That's going to be given away. Although Ecuador managed to pick the ball back up again. Cross comes in and out of play for a corner. Just took that in the face there. Basson. Whoa, right in the face. Corner here for Ecuador in the final minute of the game. What I want is Qatar to break away and score. Corner comes in and flicked around and out for a goal kick. So, last few seconds remaining of the game. Ball gets knocked forward. And that'll be out for a corner. A corner for Qatar. Last kick's going to be a corner for Qatar. Grab a goal. Come on, for my both teams. That'd be great if Qatar could grab a goal now. It would be great. They can send everyone forward. Is this their first corner of the game in front of their own fans as well? What a story it'll be. Corner in. Poor. Headed clear. And there's the full-time whistle. Finishes Qatar 0, Ecuador 2 here at the just see if there's anything happening at the end there. Anyway, yeah, just finished 2-0 to Ecuador at the Al Bassan Stadium in Qatar. Argentina flag, Mexico flags there as well. And it's a winning start for Ecuador, who didn't look too shabby, really. Looked fairly decent first half. Job really done from Enner Valencia. A brace from him. Obviously, we have the controversy in the first 3 minutes with the offside. Probably the real talking point. But Ecuador get an important 3 points. Pressure put onto Qatar. And very interesting game now in Group A between Senegal and the Netherlands tomorrow. Because the loser of that game's in a lot of trouble. So we'll see what happens there. A lot of Ecuador fans inside the stadium here in Qatar as well. And it's a winning start for Ecuador to the Qatar 2022 Winter World Cup here in the UK. And as I said, tomorrow you've got Senegal taking on the Netherlands at 4 p.m. GMT. We will be live again tomorrow for the England game against Iran, going live at 12:30 p.m. for a 1 p.m. GMT kickoff time. So I will see you for that live watch along. So do leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this live watch along. 36 likes. Can we get 4 more likes? Get up to 40 likes would be good. Also, don't forget as well to subscribe if you're new around here. Social media links, they're in the description below, and also on the yellow banner too. You're going to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below and on the yellow banner too. You're going to hit me up for any sponsorships for any videos or any general business inquiries. Let me know your thoughts whilst we're still live on the live chat too of what you made of that game. My opinion, a little bit boring, is my opinion. Hopefully things will start to liven up for the World Cup as we get through 3, even 4 games per day, with lots of football, of course, for everybody to look forward to. Also, don't forget as well to go and check out today's video sponsor, which is brought to you by BetMate. The link to their app is in the description below, also in the live chat, and also on screen with my QR code if you want to go and download the BetMate app. They're going to be sponsoring all my watch-alongs throughout the tournament, so do go and check them out. That would be much appreciated. You can use code JSGC5 on sign up to get yourself £5 in free bets as well. My BetMate for today, let's see where I ended up finishing in the end. I did have Captain Enner Valencia, so that's not all bad, to be honest. Sees me out of 994. I ended up in, let's have a look. So I ended up in 132nd place, which isn't so bad, with 49 points. So a big congratulations and a shout out to Zek Ice 2004, the winner of today's BetMate pot, winning £16 from a free bet, so that's fairly decent there. He had Galindez in goal, Espatinen and Caicedo as his defender. That's where it's been won really there. In midfield, vice captain Caicedo like me, captain Valencia up top. He had Plata as well as his striker, and Hatem in midfield of Qatar getting in 3 points there, but it's Espanan with 8 points and Caicedo with 12 points there. The big telling difference from my team, as I only picked up 6 points in defence, and they ended up picking up 20 points, which is crucial because that would have set me right up at the top if I'd had them, and would have put me right in the scoring points to win some money. Now, not to be. We'll try again tomorrow. As I mentioned, if I do win any pots, never won a pot before on BetMate in all my time of playing it since May. If I do win any during the World Cup, I'll do a forfeit. Let me know what you want that forfeit to be in the live in the live chat. If you want to go and check that out. Weird Scottish vibes. I've got my Iran shirt at the ready for tomorrow. Supporting England tomorrow. We'll have the England top on. Come on, England. Let's go and make it happen. Thank you everyone for watching, much appreciated, and I'll see you all again tomorrow for that live watch along at 12:30. So I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace.